convey. Listening to your students' needs is a vital part of communication. There are also nonverbal cues, such as facial expression, gesture, and body language. These are some of the more obvious examples of nonverbal communication, but are important because they carry so much meaning and can be used very successfully by people with communication disabilities. There are several different communication techniques that can be applied to certain students and their disabilities. The important thing to note here is that by using a combination of different communication cues and techniques, you can greatly increase the effectiveness of the message you are trying to get across. In that way, the listener will have more cues to help them understand your message. Now that we have gone over the importance of communication and the techniques that can be applied to use them, we will now turn our attention to several other important issues. These will include intervention techniques and situational strategies. In the previous sections of the video, we have covered the importance of understanding different types of behavioral disabilities, including the importance of communicating with parents, school staff, and students. Now let's see why intervention techniques are so critical when communicating with special needs students. Here's a poignant example. This student gets up out of his seat while the bus is in motion. Obviously, this is dangerous and unacceptable behavior on the bus. The driver tries communicating with the student, tries to get him to return to his seat, and the student refuses to listen to the driver's instructions.
Steven! You need to sit down, Steven! Steven, can you please? Steven!
The driver then decides that the student is enough of a distraction that she will have to find a safe area to pull the bus over and deal with the situation.
Steven! Steven! Whoa, stop. Steven!
Don't touch my seat.
Steven, look at me. It's not that much fun. Okay? You alright? What were you doing?
Sitting in the seats.
They're getting upset. You're scaring them. Lisa, it's okay. Alright? I want you to have a seat.
Now, this is where the importance of understanding how to intervene comes into play. To intervene with a special needs student, you must apply the communication techniques that we have demonstrated. Obviously, in this situation, the bus driver has to be flexible, able to adapt to the student's disruptive behavior, and she must also take charge of the situation. Notice the driver is using her hands in addition to words when communicating with the student. This is something that the student is used to seeing, and the driver incorporates this technique into her part of the communication process. The driver also uses another intervention technique. She tries to redirect the student's attention, and by doing so, she hopes she will be able to gain control of the situation.
Like numbers or letters better?
In this example, the bus driver redirects the student's attention away from his distracting behavior by asking him to read each road sign they pass. This is a simple but effective way to modify the student's behavior. Redirecting the student's attention is a valuable intervention technique. Often, a special needs student's mental process gets overstimulated and they need something that can center or ground them. So when communication does not succeed, a bus driver can use redirecting the student's attention as a means to calm down the situation. When intervening and setting a routine for students, it is important to remember to choose your battles. In this next example, the student takes off her shoes.
Excuse me. Anna, you need to put your shoes on.
I don't wear my shoes on the bus.
Anna, the rules are we have to have...
The driver tells the student that she needs to leave her shoes on. The student ignores the driver.
Miss Brenda doesn't make me wear them.
I'm not Miss Brenda.
Now, the bus driver begins to get frustrated and the driver's tone of voice begins to change. This only makes the student anxious. The student begins to yell back at the driver.
You're not the boss to me, my mom is.
Excuse me?
And the situation starts spiraling out of control.
This is my bus. If you want to ride my bus, you'll wear your shoes.
I don't care. I want my shoes off.
Anna, settle down and put your shoes on.
Oh, I want my shoes
Right
on.
now.
I don't want my shoes
Put them on.
I'm not
Put them on
putting my shoes
now.
on.
Anna,
No, I'm
put
not.
them on.
I'm not putting them
Anna,
on.
you need to wear your shoes.
Next, let's see what happens when the driver decides to let the student keep her shoes off.
Anna, why don't you have your shoes on?
Because I don't ride with my shoes on.
Everybody rides with their shoes on, hun.
No, I don't like to ride with my shoes on.
Anna, you need to ride the bus with your shoes on.
No, I don't ride the bus with my shoes on.
On the rules, or you have to wear your shoes. Everybody does. It's one of the rules, honey.
I can't ride the bus with my shoes on.
Not even this one.
This special needs student is following a routine that is imprinted into her behavior.
What about Miss Brenda's bus?
She doesn't make me ride them.
Really?
The bus driver wisely decides to adapt to her behavior instead of trying to impose an arbitrary standard.
We'll get this worked out later. Can we put them between you guys? Is that all right? Okay, leave them there. No playing with them, okay?
As you just witnessed, there is a major difference in the outcome. The moral of this example is to choose your battles wisely. In this case, the student simply wanted her shoes off because that is how she felt most comfortable. So why try to get in an argument? It hurts no one else on the bus that her shoes are off. It will simply make the driver's route easier now that the student is comfortable and set in her routine. As a special needs driver, your duties
Hi,
go
Bobby.
past that of a typical school bus driver.
How are you?
Good,
How was your day?
good.
Asking students how their day went or what they learned in school that day means a lot to them.
I've had a lot of these kids for 2 or 3 years. I visited these kids. I have visited some of these kids when they've been in hospitals, and I've celebrated graduations with them. We went bowling and had pizza for their high school graduation, and we've got to do fun little things like that.
A good special needs driver wants to be involved in the student's educational process. An effective special needs driver does special things for the students. This gives students positive reinforcement. As you can see, special needs bus drivers take their job seriously, but not so seriously that they cannot engage with students and provide a fun and safe trip to school or home. Now it is up to you, the special needs bus driver, to apply these techniques and methods. Remember that the students who ride your bus depend on you. Take the time to go the extra mile with them. Engage with them. Remember to establish a relationship with parents. Remember to communicate with students and teachers. Take the time to use online resources and exchange ideas with others. This job takes plenty of patience, communication, empathy, and flexibility. Keep doing a great job, and thanks for watching.
I think some redirecting strategies. One of the easiest and the simplest to start is just to repeat the direction. Okay, very calmly, very simply. Johnny, I need for you too. It's going to be safe if you sit down. Emphasize the safety end of it, the calm voice, and just repetition. Sometimes just the calm repetition of an instruction is enough to redirect.